Good morning, y'all. I'm on here early today. I'm on here early. Ooh, eyebrow anything? Let me see. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy start of the week. Let me pin this in here now. I just wanted to get on here and go ahead and knock out the live for the day. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Sierra Janae. I'm a wife and mom of two, and I always get on a line to show moms how to make money online with digital products. I got started with digital products last year, and I kind of really fell into it, kind of wanted to give up, but fell into the done for you side of digital marketing. Like everybody, girl, I try to start off by selling my own products because I at the time felt like I had a lot of knowledge in what I was doing. So I was like, let me whip out CapCut, let me whip or not, let me whip out Canva, let me whip out Chat GPT, and create my own digital product. I had invested in a course that was really expensive, and it told you how to create your own digital product. So with that, and especially with me paying all this money for a course at the time, or not even a course, it was a mentorship. Girl, I thought I knew what I was doing. So I popped up on the scene, had no training, had no experience, had no marketing, had no nothing. Just knew how to create digital products, which was something. But because I didn't have anything, I didn't know anything about branding, marketing, how to sell. Girl, my shit flopped. And if you've tried multiple things before, multiple side hustles before, you know how you're excited in the moment. You're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and then it just don't give what it needs to give. You be a little skeptical. You be like, well, damn. They said it's supposed to be life changing, and I'd invested all my little money at the time in it, and I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to give up. So I had kept praying, kept asking God to send me a way to make money online. And for some reason, digital marketing kept popping up. But I was like, well, I've already done that. I'm trying to sell my products and nobody's buying them. Like, I've done the research, I've invested in myself. What's going on? And so, again, here I am praying, 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 not really listening to God, not being obedient. But uh God just kept telling me digital marketing is the way you need to go. It's the way you need to go. But I'm like, again, I've done it. Why it ain't working? So I just happened to be on YouTube one day and I seen one of my favorite YouTubers post a vlog. Like, she had been gone for like months, y'all, months. And she posted a vlog. So I'm like, okay, let me watch this vlog, or whatever. And I'm watching the vlog and the vlog is like a 45-minute long vlog. So by like by the middle of the video, all of a sudden I seen her talking about digital marketing. I'm like, you know how when you have something on your mind and it like keep popping up and keep popping up, like it's like signs everywhere, but it's just like, okay, here we go. So I'm like, okay, let me hear her out. What's she talking about? And so she was saying that she had heard about, like, her friend had introduced her to this course called Digital Wealth Academy, and she's learning all these skills, and even as someone who has a large following, she's learning things that she never thought that she would learn before, and she's learning how to make money. And I'm like, that's the same thing I heard about digital marketing too, but okay, right. But then she was saying that, the course, it came with master resale rights. And so that really kind of sparked my curiosity, because I had heard a whole bunch of people in the digital marketing space, but nobody, like, I never heard them talking about, as far as like you can resell some shit. So I was like, hold on, now this is a little different. This ain't the same shit that I was doing, because the program that I had purchased, I had bought, y'all know how y'all be seeing them ads on YouTube, and I seen this white dude was running a little ad for his mentorship, and he's going to teach you how to make digital products. Hey, is it Kim? I'm gonna say that wrong. Camarse, Camarse, girl. I'll be a struggling. Good morning. I've been watching you for a while. Very inspirational woman you are. I'm expecting my first job May 19th. Oh, yay! Congrats, sis. Well, let me look. I would love to have you a part of my program. The price is going up this week, but hit me up on the low key, and I got you. Okay. I think I get my taxes, and I plan on starting DWA during your platform as well. I need a mom to keep. Yes, girl. We will support you. We will support you. Have you already got? So you have DWA? Because I'm about to say, if you haven't, I don't know if you know, I'm doing a special. If you get DWA, I'm throwing in my program. I'm gonna talk about it and I'll show it, some of it, to you while I'm on this live. I'm not gonna be on here long. I just want to hop on here, y'all. I'm trying to multitask because my son doing testing. So I was like, you know what? I could go to Starbucks. I just don't want to go all the way back home because I'm gonna be wasting. But yes, sis, I would love to have you, and congratulations on your first baby, May 19th. Oh my goodness, congratulations, sis. I'm always excited for moms. I mean, it be stressing you the fuck out, but it's a beautiful thing. No, so Yeah, so I hear her, she's talking about, like this program, like you can resell it. And I ain't gonna lie, like, as a person that has invested in so much, I was like, here we go. I'm not buying shit else. I'm not buying nothing else, right? But when she said you could resell it, I was like, okay, well, that's different, because I'm like, damn, with one sale, I can, at least make my money back. Because I was tired of like spending so much money on stuff and I just wasn't getting a return. And you know how you be hyped in the moment, you be like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like, I mean, y'all, I have done everything, like every side. I'm telling you, I cannot say it enough. Every side hustle that you can think of, I have tried it. I have tried it. I have tried it, and y'all. And this is why I believe in digital marketing so much, and this is why I show up like how I do, because it is the only thing, y'all, the only thing that has honestly a lower risk. Um, Once you get your system going and flowing, like it really ain't nothing to do. Hey Tanisha, good morning, sis. Good morning, girl. Uh look, I'm trying to knock it out. I'm trying to knock it out early. Y'all ain't gonna be able to log on. I ain't gonna be able to log on later on. But yeah, so when I seen that, it sparked my curiosity. So I'm the type of person, I like to play, like mind games in my head or whatever. Like, is it Kim Reese? Kim Reese. Okay, girl, that's cute. Thank you. Cause my slow ass girl will tear your name up. The simplest thing. Okay. Well, congratulations, Kim Reese. And I'm so excited. Are you having a girl or a boy? Do you know yet? It's a healthy baby, so it don't matter. But I'm excited for you, girl. I love the newborn phase, child. It's these toddlers. If you I don't know if you ever seen my toddler in the background. This is why I be having to take advantage of things that I do now, because baby, I be getting my ass whooped if you didn't know. So anyways, so y'all, I'm sorry. So I had so I was like, okay, it had, it kept like, I don't know. You know how you keep thinking about something, you keep thinking about something. I'm like, bro, I didn't already did this shit, man. I ain't about to do it again. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just reach out to Missy, and if you know what I'm saying, if it's meant to be, she'll hit me back. So I hit her up, and I'm like, hey, Missy, girl, I seen your blog, da da da, whatever like that, and I seen you talking about digital marketing, and of course, like, and you talking about you can resell it. Baby, you had me at resale, and you had me at getting it on a payment plan. Because before, y'all, that was another thing. When I had invested in all these different mentorships and courses, like, baby, you had to pay for it. I don't know if like just Klarna or something just wasn't an option, or hell, I didn't know about it at the time. Baby, I was paying out of pocket. Like one time I paid $3,000 for something. One time I paid what was it, the Amazon FBA? I paid like that Amazon FBA, that was $500. Then I paid $600 for this child. Just I was spending money, okay. And I was just like, it's not. I'm not about to do it again. I'm not about to. So this was the first time I had heard something where it was like, you're gonna get so much more for your money. I can pay it on a payment plan, and I could resell it as like, it was just so many, like, I don't know, like instead of a red flag, like green flags. So I was like, all right. So I'm gonna reach out to Missy. I'm asking her questions. I'm like, if it's meant to be, she'll hit me back. Send Missy a message on Instagram. Immediately hits me back, and is answering my question. I'm like, damn, this is really her, because we going back and forth via voice note. So I'm like, it's not an automatic response, and I'm like, hey, what's this? I heard you talking about this course, this program. Like, how did you get introduced to it? And she was telling me her friend Amber. I don't know if a lot of y'all know Amber Charnice. Amber had put her on, and Amber was making money, and stuff like that. And Amber had a smaller following than Missy. And so I was like, it just really, like, that really sparked my curiosity, because I was like, here is somebody that I look up to. Here's somebody that got they shit together when it comes to YouTube. And I'm like, I know you making money. Why would you be wanting to invest in this? Like, that really was like, that really sparked my interest. No, I'm looking to purchase tomorrow. I should be getting my taxes tomorrow, so that what I want to use it for, DWA and yours. Thank you. Oh, a boy. Oh, you're having a boy for girl. I don't know if you want to have multiple kids, but that's amazing. I love having my son first, and then because girl, but that look, I wish you nothing but the best, sis. Them boys, let me tell you something. Them boys, they don't play about their mamas, okay? They do not play about us. That first one, they real sensitive. Because you know what it is? It's your first child, and you know how you gonna do everything by the book. The second one is a savage. Just know that if you decide that you want to have more. Hey, Shamika, good morning. Girl, she's something else. She is something else. She is something else. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to stay on. Dang. Kim Maurice, I don't know if the sale, because I would love for you to get that $50 off. I think it ends today, but I don't know. If you do get it tomorrow, still try to put that code in. Put code DWA50 so you can get $50 off. Because I really want you. Look, I'm all about saving a coin if you can. Okay, anything. But you can still get on a payment plan, and $411. They might extend it since it's on California time. Sometimes it be stretched out. But if you do, when you do, Baby, try to put code DWA50. I have it linked up here too as well. Okay, y'all, let me finish my story. So I had reached out to Missy, and she answered my questions, and I was like, well, you know me, because I'm the type of person, girl. I will literally be like, I'm not holding back. So I'm like, well, Missy, you got a lot of followers, so how I know this is gonna work? You know what I mean? Like, what are the risks? You know, I'm the type of person, like, I'm gonna ask all these questions. And so she was like, well, I definitely feel what you're saying. I do have a large following, which is why I decided, because Missy at the time, I think she had been doing it for like 2 months. She was like, I even decided to create like a faceless page. That way I really wanted to see if this worked and people weren't just buying this program off of my name, off of her name, you know, or whatever like that. Cause again, she got all these followers. So I'm like, all right. So she shows me her page, and she shows me like her, it's crazy. This is how me and Missy got cool. Cause I was like, damn, she didn't have to show me all her information, but she showed it to me. And so I'm like, damn, she getting sales and she's not even showing her face. She doesn't have this page. At the time, I think she had like 120 followers on this page. She had created a whole separate Instagram page, and she was getting sales. And so I was like, damn, like, and you doing this faceless, you're not even showing your face. So that really was, again, like, sparked my curiosity. Now I ain't gonna lie, didn't make a move. I was still scared. I was still hesitant because I was like, again, I was just in that lack mindset. Like, I just didn't think it could happen for me. I ain't gonna lie. You know, and I just, like, I kept praying, kept praying. God was like, you know, like, basically move, do this. And like I had kept, you know, as you start watching stuff, it pops up in your algorithm. So you're seeing it, you're seeing it. But I wasn't seeing a lot of black people in the space. And that really kind of was like, I don't know, like, that was the thing that was gonna take me over. That was gonna be the thing that made me do it. And I was, because I wasn't gonna do it. I ain't gonna lie. Seen a whole bunch of white bitches, which I ain't got a problem with it, you know, or whatever. I fuck with white people too. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see anybody looking like me. And I was like, as a person that has been in the UGC space, I know a lot of, it's a color. I hate to make it about color, but it's true. Like, they be paying, you know, other people more than us. And I was just like, man, these hoes are talking about they making 30, 40, 50K a month. If I could just make $1,000, I would be happy. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I kind of kept praying about it. So it wasn't until I had got a $3,000 monthly retainer, and it was going to be for 6 months with a brand. Because at the time I was doing UGC, and I was like, you know what? Got a little extra money coming. She's saying it's only $497, and I can get it on a payment plan. What I'll do is, if I ain't feeling this shit, I'm gonna cancel it. That was my exact thoughts, y'all. I was literally like, maybe I'm gonna make a payment. Sorry, Missy. I always tell Missy, I'm sorry for saying that, but that's how I felt. I was like, you know what? I really want to do this. The way she's talking about it, she showed me like a sneak peek of what it was in there and the things that you're learning. It's not just one thing. And that was my thing. Like, I feel like when I invested in that digital product crash course or whatever like that, I mean, yeah, it was great to learn how to put together digital products and, you know, really think out of the box. And that, still to this day, I will say that helped me. But learning how to do something and put something together is completely different from learning to how to actually market and sell it. Y'all, every people out here selling bullshit. But guess what? They got marketing and branding skills, which helps. You know what I mean? You can sell bullshit, but I have integrity. I'm a good person. You know what I'm saying? First. So, I ain't gonna lie. So, you know, it took me a while. I think me and Missy, we talked like early April. Baby, I ain't invest until May. I didn't invest until May, but I'll never forget. I ended up getting it on Friday. You know how you just feeling hype, and it's so funny because I talk about this in my program that I'm putting together, y'all. Like, people really do be buying off of emotion, and again, I don't feel bad saying this because I know the things that I'm selling ain't bullshit. It's like, I've never had a bad, there hasn't been anybody, now that I think about it, who has ever said that they bought something from me and like had a bad experience. Because one thing, I don't play that. I don't like, which is why I help and mentor, uh, give people my phone number, because like, I believe in it. Now, granted, your ass got to be disciplined enough to actually go through the things, learn the information. Like, that's completely on you. But as far as support, I mean, I've done this a thousand and one times now, so I typically know what people, especially as a beginner, because I was once there, and then helping, mentoring, and coaching people, you just kind of know the flow and just, like, you know, how to keep people encouraged and stuff. So, you know, come a Friday, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and get it, girl. I took my husband's credit card. I wouldn't spend my money. The fuck, like, um, our money is together, whatever. It don't matter. But so I took my husband's credit card. I did not tell him, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. But I was like, something told me, like, y'all, I'm a prayer. So right before I did it, I said, God, this gotta work. This gotta work. Failure is not gonna be an option. I'm gonna do it. If all these people are saying, whether they white, black, yellow, purple, yellow, whatever, if they can do it, I can do it. And at the end of the day, God, I just want to. If like I said, if it's just $1,000 a month that I know that I can clear, I'm I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? Like that was where I was at, which it's like, why did I say that? I should be like, God, I'm good with making 100,000 a month. I'm just playing, no, but serious, you need to say that shit. So, girl, I got the course downloaded. I was nervous, girl. You know how when you make that payment, I was terrified. I ain't gonna lie, but then I got in. And at the moment I got in, from the very moment that I seen the community page of DWA, and like just seeing it, the testimonies, the community, how it was set up, I was like, bro, this is about to be different. This about to be different. It's about to be different. Like, this is not. I had never been in a school platform before, so I didn't understand like the setup and the classroom. And I'm thinking like, oh, a course, how you get courses and shit, and like you be having to complete something, and then you can't move on to the next thing. I was like, nah, you can bounce around, like you can kind of get what you need. I'm like, damn, I already know that. I already know. At least I thought I did. So I was excited that I could bounce around and really kind of. That's why I'm always saying like, take what you leave and leave what you don't. So I'm in there, and then I'm seeing like, oh my God, there's some black people here, that was talking about that they were, getting wins and they was making money. And I was like, okay, like this is really about to be different, and I was just, I don't know, I was just really, really excited. And so I literally stayed glued to my computer that whole weekend. I got it on Friday, like Friday night. I bought it like it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, got in like that morning. And y'all, I'm telling y'all, from like Saturday morning to like Monday morning, I promise you, you can ask my husband. I literally was glued to my computer, and I was like, I'm about to sit here and learn all this information. I'm taking notes. I still got my little DWA notebook when I first started, and I still got my little DWA. Sorry, y'all. I'm on my live. But yeah, so I had went in there. I started everything. I was following step by step everything that they said to do, and then I was like, well, I don't want nobody in my business like this, because I don't want motherfuckers to be like, here goes Sierra, here she go, trying to start something new. Again, they're gonna be pushing it on us, because every time you do something new, people see that, and people be watching to see how consistent you are, if you're gonna stick with it. Like, people be praying for your downfall, or whatever. So I was just like, man, I don't even want to have, because when I knew that this was gonna be different for me and that I wanted to have like a shift, I was like, I don't want to even put this out there. I don't even want to put this out here in the atmosphere like that, because that's I honestly, I feel like for a lot of people, that's why they fail. It don't be you. It be the people that be around you or that be discouraged. Girl, why you doing that? Oh, okay. Is that a scam? So you out here scamming people? I ain't had time to hear that shit. So I was like, well, I'm gonna do faceless route. So baby, I had a whole bunch of white bitches on my page. All that faceless content. Sure did. Sure did. But I was posting every single day, and I was like motivated to do so. I guess it was kind of like I don't know, I don't want to say mind trick, but I guess the fact that it wasn't me showing up, I knew that it was easier for me to show up, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm like, I'm not against faceless, but like I'm against it as far as like now that I've learned the way to go. I just feel like you got to work hard 10 times faceless. But if that's your thing, baby, do your thing. Do your thing. I mean, if that's what you want to do. So, girl, I'm posting every single day. I'm doing what they said. I'm like, baby. Now, I wasn't cold DMing motherfuckers and doing shit like that. Like, Richard kind of came in on the back end, y'all. Like, he's fairly new. Like, when I first started, he wasn't in there. So he be telling people to code DM. Like, don't do that. Because please don't do that. So now, mind you, I'm not running any ads or anything like that. I'm literally just showing up every day. I'm getting on live every day at the same time. I'm showing the course. I'm showing the things that I'm learning. I'm showing the testimony. Same thing that I get on here and do, and that I'm going to show y'all right now like I always do. But I'm doing that, but I'm doing it faces. So I'm not showing me. Girl, I ain't gonna lie, I would be on live for like an hour, 2 hours, get kicked off sometimes. And now at this point, I am strictly just on Instagram. I'm not on YouTube. I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on any other platform. Now, granted, now that I think back, yeah, no, nobody knew that was my page, because I would be on, how your Instagram is hooked to your Facebook, but because it was a faceless page, like people didn't know it was me. I mean, if you know my voice, you know my voice, and they knew I wasn't white. I'm sure they knew that, because baby, the way I talk. Good morning. Hey, Mornise, how are you, sis? Y'all, look, I'm on here early. I had to knock it out today. Definitely, yes, definitely the people around you. Seriously, they will fuck you up. It don't be us, y'all. It be the people around. Like, we be letting people around us talk us out of things, talk us out of following our dreams or whatever, because they think it sounds corny, because they too scared to do whatever it is that they need, that they wish they could do. So here you are. Because at the end of the day, I be saying this all the time. A real motherfuckers that got shit going on, that's trying to upgrade their life, that's trying to make some money, that's trying to create multiple streams of income. Baby, I say this humbly. I don't give a damn about what you got going on. Baby, I'm happy for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It be the people that be miserable and don't have shit going on that want to hate on the next person. If I see somebody trying, doing their best, whatever, girl, I see you. Hey, like, that's one thing I'm always going to do. Like, I'll be out in public. I'm like, okay, girl, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes a person needs that. I'm big on that. Like, and I say, like, I don't have a lot of friends or whatever like that. But one thing about it, baby, I'm a girl's girl. If I see a bitch trying, bitch, I'm happy for you, honey. Get it, mama. Because you might not have nobody in your corner backing you, supporting you. So, I'm doing everything that they saying now, y'all. Now, mind you, I started a new Instagram page when I did this because when you first starting something new or whatever like that, you kind of want to just have this clean slate. So I'm doing it, y'all. First week, I grew my page to like 50 followers. My very first week. In 5 days, got my first sale. And I was like, I hadn't even paid off DWA. And I was like, I don't know, like, and that's why I always tell people, like, baby, when you get that first sale, it really is a confidence booster because I was like, I guess I wasn't at the time, and I can say this honestly now. I guess I wasn't all the way a full believer, right? Like I was still kind of like, oh, I'm just kind of going with the flow, and we'll see what happens. But then it happened, and it happened so unexpectedly. I wasn't even on live. What it was I was on live, and I think the same person who kind of had seen me the few days prior, because I'll never forget the message that they wrote me was like, I bought DWA because I had been seeing your lives or whatever like that. And I'm like, baby, I had only been on here for a week, so you've been watching my lives consistently. And they're like, the information that you're saying, y'all. And mind you, when I would be on there, I wasn't confident or nothing. I'm like, I haven't got my first yell yet. I'm so mad that I wish there was a way I could go back. That's why I wish I would have started on YouTube first, because my page ended up getting hacked. But the person was like, I'll never forget. They was like, I bought Digital Wealth Academy just because of you being honest, just because you being authentic and saying that you hadn't made any money yet. And that really made me feel like I could do it. And I was like, wow, like, and that's how I knew, y'all, when that person said that message like meant so much to me, because I was like, I was just being honest. I was just telling my truth. And I was like, I'm learning this stuff. And that's why I always try to tell people, like, it's not, having a design, like, y'all, I'm telling y'all be seeing a quarter inch of my life. Like, baby, y'all would think I was a motherfucking stunner if I really showed y'all the life that I be out here living. But baby, I'm a regular girl. I really am. But I don't know why. Like that, when I heard that, I said, oh baby, it's over. It's motherfucking over. Because I used to feel the same way. I used to think that people wanted to see screenshots of like your stand store, your beacon store, or people wanted to see, oh, you just bought this Chanel bag or whatever. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was surface level like that too. I was, but it was like, no, like I'm just gonna get on here and be honest, talk about my truth, talk about what I'm learning, how I'm applying it. Like I'm just grateful that I'm just growing on social media. Here I am, was terrified to start a whole new page, but I'm getting damn near 50 followers, 100 followers a day, all from being consistent. And that's why I really don't be giving a fuck about Instagram like that, because I'm like, baby, if I wanted to and double down, baby, I could grow my page to 50,000 real quick. But it's just like, to me, honestly, like all that shit really don't mean nothing to me, because I'm like, baby, I'm just trying to get the bread. And if I can get the bread with bare minimum, we gonna do that. Okay. Hey Tori. Yes, Lord. Look, girl. Happy Monday. We knocking it out today, y'all, because I got so much I gotta get done. So yeah, so y'all, I'm growing, y'all. Long story short, to see at the time, this is when I just had beacons. Y'all had made literally 15K in 23 days. And I was like, it ain't even been 30 days yet. I'm not even selling something that I had to kill myself and spend all this time. Like, as I'm still working on my program and launching and stuff like that, like I'm putting a lot of like, my truth, I mean, it does require a lot of work, but I was like, here I am selling a product that I did not have to put together, that did not have to think about, did not have to brainstorm, did not have to be stressed out if the people gonna like it. Like, this is crazy. So ever since that moment, like I ain't gonna lie, I had dropped to my knees and I said, God, I'm always gonna tell people about this. Like I'm gonna tell people, like, by putting you in the center of your business and actually investing in yourself and learning skills that you need. Like you really can do anything. Like you really can. And I was like, I just really became a believer in y'all, and that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I was like, now don't get me wrong, like this is what I'm definitely am creating my own thing just for me, because I was like, man, long story short, making 6 figures in literally 9 months of reselling somebody else's shit. I was like, man, if I can do that, I really can do anything. And as a person, like I hate to always bring it up, but like I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. Where I come from, baby, the city that I come from is not, I don't want to say it's not full of opportunity, but like you got to be a part of the in crowd. You have to be a part, like you have to be, I don't know. It really can fuck up your way of thinking, right? And just something as simple as like, being able to do this, like there is only maybe two people in the city, in the state that I live in, that has bought this program from me. This opportunity has allowed me to interact and you know what I'm saying, engage with so many different people from all over the world, but not even in my city. You know what I'm saying? All from like people being so afraid to invest in themselves, and it's so sad, it's so scary. Like, yes, you can go back to school, you can go to college, that's cute, whatever, like that. But like, baby, digital marketing is a wave, is a trend, whatever you want to call it, but it's a train that you need to hop on. Even if it's not like for like, you know, if it's Digital Wealth Academy or whatever like that, but like finding a way to invest in digital products. As a person that has mentored so many people, and people from the age 16 all the way up to 67, and seeing how everybody can put their, like, y'all, it's insane. And I'm just a regular, I'm telling you, I'm a regular girl. Like, there's nothing special about me. I promise you that somebody else that, like, other than I can be disciplined as fuck. Because again, anybody can do this, but the problem is people don't be disciplined. And I see so many people, and I be, again, I've said this before, but I've had people that literally will try to compare their journey to mine. But I'm like, baby, I don't see you put in the work. This ain't no just you getting a course and you just, oh, I'll hop on live, you know, once a week, once a month. Like, it's definitely not that. Work is definitely required. It's not a get rich quick scheme, but I'm telling you, if you apply the work and you actually take the time to go in and learn the information. That's why when I hear so many people that be like, oh, I don't know what to do, I'm just so behind. That lets me know that especially if you have Digital Wealth Academy, that you haven't been through the course, because it's too much information in there for you not to be behind, for you not to be lost. I've bought programs before where I've actually went through and I'm like, it's missing piece. It's not giving what it needs to give. You know what I'm saying? And I'll feel lost. But there's no way, if you have Digital Wealth Academy, that you are lost, that you are confused, that you don't know what to do, that you don't know what your next step is, that you don't understand why people ain't buying. It's too much information. And that's again, I like, for as long as I've been doing this, I know. And I see so many people, and it really does irritate the fuck out of me. And I'm like, baby, you went through one module and you talking about, I just don't know, like, it's just not working for me. It's not, I just can't get a sale. You ain't went through the shit. You just haven't. You haven't. Girl, it's a popular, it's in our state. It is, Tanisha. You know what else? I hate to say it like this. What's the best way I can say this humbly? The thing about Indianapolis is, what's the best way I can say this? Because I don't want it to come off like fucked up, but it's just like, for years I've sat back in the cut, right? I really have. Like, I've sat back and people be idolizing people that you think getting money. In reality, ain't got no money, ain't got nothing. Everything you doing is a stunt, and that's why I just, like, that's why I be, baby, what I tell you, look, I just be sitting back minding my bed, because like my sisters and them, you know, girl, my sisters and them, they know a lot of people and stuff like that, and it's really sad, like, how, girl, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just really sad that, like, how people be idolizing people and putting people up on these pedestals that really be broke as fuck. I'm just gonna say it like that. And when I say broke as fuck, I'm not even saying just from a monetary standpoint. I'm saying from like just a mindset. You ain't out here you ain't out here got multiple streams of income, baby. You supposed to be this hottest in the city, but you working 2 part-time jobs at a fast food joint. But go off. You know what I'm saying? Like, but baby, that's a whole nother story. Y'all, I'm hyped this morning. I've been up since 3 a.m. But what if you went through all the modules, show up every day, and still not make a sale? It's a struggle to put all that energy into something and no return. But at the same time, are you applying everything? Have you actually attended the master classes? Are you getting on live every single day? Because that'd be another thing too. I do know people that have went through, Shamika, that have went through and applied it. But even if you went through it, my whole thing is I go through DWA every day, at least once a day. Now, granted, I don't go through every single module, but I'm saying I'm going back and refreshing my mind every single day. I do know people that have went through it and they went through it once, but have you sat down and taken notes? Have you actually applied the things? And at the same time, why I'm always saying mindset is a big part of it. There's no point of going through all of this information and trying to, you know what I mean, say that you're learning it, but yet you still have these self-doubt. You still have these self-doubts. You still have this negative talk about yourself. Like, man, this shit can't happen for me. Because it's like, if you're saying that, if you're doing that, if you're showing up that way, you wasting your time going through it anyway. Like, if I'm going to actually take the time to, one, invest in the first place, two, actually go through it and spend my time and energy, because it is very time consuming to do it. Maybe having self-talk or thinking the shit is too good to be true, or thinking $500 is a lot of money that somebody, that's not my concern. And I feel like that's where a lot of people be fucking up, because it's like, what did you buy this program for? Why are you taking the time and energy out of your day when you probably could be hanging out with your friends or doing whatever? What is the point of doing all of that if you're still going to be like, well, I hope that when I get on live, somebody might buy something, or I hope that somebody might, like my post. I hope, baby, by saying that, you've already killed yourself. And that's what I be trying to say. Like, people be fucking themselves before you even get started. That something as simple as that, you have to change that. And if you shift that, and they talk about that inside of the course, you wouldn't have those issues. And I know that 100 out of 100. And then two, I will say this for people that I will say, like, sometimes I do believe that for everybody, it may not just be about reselling it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it wasn't meant for you to do that. I have a lot of people that I've worked with personally where maybe I doubled down. I stayed up on them. This is when I was like really, really heavy and doing like my intense mentorship. I only got 5 people left, child. I can't wait till this is over with. But for them, it was like 3 people that I had, you know, would be in, and I'm looking at their notes. We went over their notes together and it just wasn't getting it. But again, if you went through Digital Wealth Academy like you're supposed to, for some people, it's not just about reselling it. It's about maybe taking the skills so you can launch and create your own product that's going to solve. At the end of the day, it's about solving a problem. That's all we doing, is solving somebody's problem. Now, whether it's, hey, you're a mom and you want to help other moms find another way to create passive income so they ain't got to leave their kids, but it's about taking the information and doing something with it. For some people, the reselling option, that may not be for you, but that's fine. But I still know people that have taken DWA and the skills and taken it and applied their business and have made, like I said, people that I've mentored, y'all, that make more money than me. That's why I was like, well, bitch, let me step my game up, and start thinking out of the box, because I was once kind of like not one-sided, but like was thinking, that's why I was like, you got to think big, bitch, where I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna resell, and I'm like, that's cool, but I want that constant flow of money, which, I'm gratefully, I can honestly say, for the most part, I do make money every single day, but there's people, y'all, that's having 10K days every single day. If they can do that, I can do that too. So that's why I was like, you know what? It's time to start. Like, I'm always going to sell DWA, talk about DWA, because it, you know what I'm saying? It was my starting point. It's what got me to where I'm at now. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't limit yourself. Don't be like, oh, well, this is not working. Okay, maybe God is telling you to pivot. If you've actually done everything that you needed to do, you went through the information, you applying it, you showing up, you're doing everything that you're supposed to. You on live, you talking about it. Because again, I know some people where they don't get on live at all. Or, when you do get on live, it's like, again, show the information, show up confident, show up as the expert that you are. That's the whole point of it. Hey, sis. How you doing, Carmen? My issue is pressure of expecting to make a sale and it don't happen. Leads are interested but making excuses or just want to be nosy. But yeah, see, but you letting that get to you, sis, and you can't even worry about that. At the end of the day, it's not about, like, again, I hope I'm gonna get a sale, whatever like that, or you thinking the person is wasting your time. That is not, honestly, it's none of your business. At the end of the day, as long as you are showing up, you consistent with your content, you're creating high converting call to actions, and you're getting on live, and you're, again, showing up, giving people the information that they need, saying, hey, this can solve your problem. That's all that matters. As far as anything else, the negative thought, the negative talk, like, you really have to, again, like, that's the biggest part of it. Like, you can't think that way. You really can't. It's all about, like, hey, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. All I can do is lead the people to the water. I can't make them drink. You know what I'm saying? When I get on live every time, Shamika, it's not like, oh, I hope when I get on here, some people are going to buy Digital Wealth Academy or whatever. It's like, no, I'm going to tell my truth, tell my story, tell the people what I learned, talk about my transformation, show the course, because the course is going to sell itself. And that's all I'm worried about. It's not my concern if anybody can afford it or not. For the people that can, they're going to make a way. Well, I couldn't afford it when I technically got it, but I found a way to make it happen because I wanted to change my life. And that's how you have to be. You know what I mean? Like, straight up. Again, if you're concerned or worried about why these people are being nosy or whatever like that, again, you already kind of like talking yourself out of the, I mean, I don't even want to say out of a sale, but just out of somebody basically, converting, if that makes sense. Let me see. Y'all, let me show y'all Digital Wealth Academy, man. I think I'm about to go to the mall because I have a feeling that she still ain't even text me back. We're gonna be up here. I'm gonna be up here for like 3 hours. I'm definitely not about to sit in the car for no 3 hours. But y'all, let me show y'all Digital Wealth Academy for people that are seeing me the first time. And then if y'all have any questions, you can just ask away. But hopefully that made sense, Shamika. I ain't trying to beat you up or nothing like that. But sis, but again, like it starts with mindset and how you feel. At the end of the day, you have a program and you have proven results. I'm about to excuse me, share my screen. So like again, talk about how these numbers don't like y'all. When I was just sharing Digital Wealth Academy last week, it was 109,000 people in there. It's 110,000 people. When I started, it was 42,000 of us. Look, it's 424 people online right now, y'all. This is how serious this is. This is a life-changing opportunity. A life-changing opportunity. Like seriously, I know what it's like to be sold to some bullshit, some scams, or whatever like that. But one thing I can honestly say, Digital Wealth Academy, baby, is not a scam. Either you can take it and you can resell it, or you can take the skills out of here and use them and apply them to your business and launch and scale a business. Take it to the next level, okay? Things that people go back to school that pay thousands of dollars for, you're learning it just for 497. And DWA today only, because it's Rachel's birthday, the creator, you can get $50 off. So if that's something that you're interested in, use code DWA50 at checkout and you can get $50 off. I do believe it's going on till 3 p.m. They said it in here. Let me see. But y'all, this is Digital Wealth Academy. It is hosted inside of the school platform. As you can see, look, that's what I was trying to say. Oh, yep, they extended it. Girl, I missed the sale, y'all. I didn't get on. I didn't get on yesterday, so my bad. I've been working. I've been working behind the scenes, okay? Y'all can't see my screen. Makes sense. I don't feel beat up. Okay, I'm sorry, Shamika. I wasn't trying to beat you up. I heard someone say something yesterday that spoke to that. Then give her social media as a brick and more. Uh, when someone walks into a store and asks questions about a product in the store, the clerk answers the questions and tell them to have a nice day. Period. Hey, that's how you gotta be. Like, I get it, and like, cause again, and that's why I try to be on here and share my truth with y'all and talk about it too as well. Cause I completely understand, but y'all, like after doing this for so long, like it's not your concern to like I don't mean to sound mean, but baby, either you're gonna get here or you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like you can feel like just like when people be like, oh, that's a scam, it's too good to be true. But at the end of the day, baby, you still broke. You still over there talking about I'm scamming or whatever like that, but you're still broke. You know what I'm saying? So it even goes back to how you feel showing up. At the end of the day, Shamika, it's not a lie. You've learned from it. What have you gained from it? And that's the thing. Not saying you, but I just want to use this as an example. When I say when people don't actually go through and find something, why you think I'm always on here and I'm telling y'all like, hey, y'all find something in here that really resonates with you and take from that. You know what I mean? It could be the YouTube module in here. It could be the TikTok module. I see so many people where they'll try to like, not even trying to be funny, y'all, literally will try to say what I'm saying or take my story. Whatever. My story is my story. And a lot of the times people can feel energy. I don't know how many times I can say that, y'all. People can really feel your energy. If you feel like you getting on here faking the funk, you making up a story, you just trying to say those key things that everybody says or whatever like that, they're not gonna fuck with you straight up. But if you get on here again, tell your truth. And I'm telling you, when I said that and that person bought, I will never forget when that person bought this, they was like, hey, to this day, I don't know who the person was. They just bought it from me. The very first person that ever got Digital Wealth Academy, they was just like, hey, I'm investing in Digital Wealth Academy just because you got on here and showed your. The person was like, they had seen somebody else talking about it, but the other person, like, had like, I guess like a lavish lifestyle or whatever like that. But she was just like, you being honest and saying that you really don't know what you're doing. Like just in these few days, I've seen how far you've come. I want to do that. And that, like I said, that alone. And I just really want, y'all, if there's any beginners in here that, or if you haven't got a sale, like again, showing up and telling your truth, people really respect that. People always want to go on a journey with you. Again, in the weirdest way, people be praying for your motherfucking downfall. I can't say that enough. But when people see like, damn, I seen you when y'all, if I could show y'all the comments and the DMs that I get all the time, like so many people, like since I've started talking about MPM, if y'all knew how many weirdos I've had that be like, oh, let me get cool with you now, because I know your shit about to blow up. I remember when you first started and you said you didn't know what you, I get that message like so much. But a lot of those people have never liked any of my shit. have never, some of them ain't even, may have bought something, but I've seen people where they like use different emails and I'm like, baby, you had to use your name, but okay. Like just weirdos. So again, like you cannot let that stuff get to you. All the whole only thing it is just like, hey, let me at least know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's why I be saying that. It's not about being an expert, and especially if you're going the done for you route. Because this is not your program. It's not your shit. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, find something that you really resonate with it. Talk about it. Y'all here, I get on here every single day and share the exact same story. My words may change a little bit, but I'm saying for the most part, the context of what I'm saying is the same. You know why? Because it's the truth. What do I need to make up a story for or whatever? And then three, another way is when people are out here trying to sell multiple things. That's where people be fucking up at. Now, yeah, when you get a following and you get like a, you know what I'm saying, you didn't build this brand up. Yeah, you can sell whatever. But if you ever think about it, y'all, I have been talking about Digital Wealth Academy for almost a year. That's the only thing I get on here and talk about. I don't get to be like, hey, y'all need to get this ebook from me. Y'all need to get this guide. I have my little YouTube course or whatever like that. Baby, I don't even push that no more because at the end of the day, I want people's problems to be solved, whether that's creating another stream of income for themselves, learning how to scale their business, learning how to brand themselves, learning how to grow on social media. So why even spend time talking about this offer, that offer, this offer, this? Baby, get Digital Wealth Academy. That's all you need. But when people see, like, again, people will sit back in the cut and be like, damn, she was just talking about that on Tuesday. Now she talking about this on Wednesday. Now she talking about that on Thursday. And it gives like, okay, you just out here just trying to do anything. What is something that you believe in? For people that have multiple courses, I be telling, baby, one day you on here talking about UBC, then you talking about DWA, then you talking about RBA, then you talking about SWC, then you talking about this one. Baby, which one do you believe in? Which one? Let us know. Because at this point, it's just giving, you're just trying to make some money. You're desperate. Okay? Hey Valley girl. No, you're good. I just feel beat up from the work I've been putting in. I think it's my position and my energy shows that I'm under pressure with all that I have going on, and I'm not a person to fake it. Yeah, sis. And honestly, getting on there and just I'm telling you, Shamika, it's not about, because again, I know a lot of people think that they have to show up and be like, oh, I don't have any proof of screenshots, or oh, I don't have any proof of, or whatever. Maybe you've had conversations or whatever like that. I tell people all the time, like, use what you have. Honestly, what have you learned from it? Where was your starting point and where you're at now? If you don't have I can't even talk. If you don't have a transformation for yourself, that is kind of like your biggest thing, because that should be your key talking point of what you're talking about. Girl, when I first got in here, I didn't even understand email marketing. I didn't know what the hell that was for. I didn't even understand that it was a big deal. Yeah, I'm definitely about to go inside because it's getting hot too. What the hell? But y'all, let me show y'all Digital Wealth Academy, and then I need to get going, because what? Okay, y'all. So yeah, this is Digital Wealth Academy. Sorry, I got kind of a little sidetracked, but it was Rachel's birthday. Her birthday is technically today, I believe. Yeah. So they are doing a get $50 off. So that's something that you're interested in. Again, use code DWA50 at checkout. You can click the link. I have it pinned inside of the chat here. But y'all, this Digital Wealth Academy. Another really cool thing is we did just recently have a giveaway. So between the 1st and the 15th, they had a first, second place winner. So they gave away a brand new MacBook Air, brand new iPad Air, and an iPhone for as many affiliate sales, whatever like that. So that's really awesome. Like, and I think there's nothing wrong with a little bit, not friendly competition, but kind of give you that push to want to get you there. I ain't gonna lie, baby. I done made a lot of sales, baby. These motherfuckers be going crazy. Okay, I've been trying to work on my own shit. Okay, because that's more important. I love me some DWA, but But yeah, so congratulations to those winners and stuff like that. I know they happy, but baby, I got all that shit anyway, okay? But this is the community. This is where people come in. And, obviously you see this person here, Bridget, she literally just started. She said she's a complete newbie, just kind of sharing her experience, and people can comment, give you support. You are around people that are doing the same thing, starting the same journey you are. So you are not alone in this. The more I think you interact, the better. When I started, y'all, I was a lot more interactive. Baby, I don't have time. I be doing good to get up in here in general. Okay. Like I said, I try to go through DWA at least once a day, whether it's one module, just kind of giving me my refresher. As far as the Digital Wealth Academy, it does come in multiple languages. So it's in Spanish, French, Italian, Dutch, and Portuguese. So these are the different tabs up here. If that's something that you're interested, let me know, because how the affiliate is set up now, if you do want this in a different language and you decide that you want to get Digital Wealth Academy, please send me a message, DM me, or even comment on one of my videos on here, and we can get you the right Digital Wealth Academy. So again, if you want it in Spanish, there is a separate link for that, and I can get that as well to you. But they do have a few modules set up this way in here too. Kind of like what I was talking about before inside of the testimony. One of my favorite things to look at. I tell a lot of my students to always go in here and look at it because it's motivating, it's inspiring. It's good to hear and to see people that look like you, people that don't look like you, women, men, whoever getting sales. So this person here just said, I just crossed $10,000 in sales thanks to support strategies, and I don't know what else she said right here. But y'all, again, like these are real people getting real results. And as you can see, Dave wrote this 18 hours ago. This person said 5.1 in 17 days as an immigrant, baby. Don't be telling all your business, girl. Okay, they might try to lock your ass up, but that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like she's able to do that for her family. She said lost 3 jobs, accommodation, and baby, she going through it. Okay, but y'all, digital wealth, I've seen it not just for myself, but I've been able to witness it and be a part of other people's journeys, but to see people that I've never interacted with before, seeing how everybody says the same thing. It's life-changing because it really is. It really is. But again, you have to take that time to go in and apply the skills. It's not just a little, let me skim through it. Why is it not working for me? No, this is something that you have to breathe, see, feel it, touch it all day long if you really want those life-changing results, okay? This person said, how I made my first sale with DWA affiliate in 24 hours. And again, y'all, people be giving you their strategy. So that's another really encouraging thing. Like maybe something's not working for you. Maybe you don't necessarily resonate with my story and my style of how I do things, but there may be somebody in here that's probably kind of like your same, vibe or whatever like that. So again, this is why I'm always telling people, go in here and read these testimonies because they really are helpful. They're motivating. They're inspiring. This person said from 0 to 7,000 in just a few weeks. This is their journey so far. $325 away from 40K and 64. Like, girl, crazy. There's a reason why Digital Wealth Academy is the #1 growing course online. Okay, other than NPM because it's about to. Girl, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. Okay, y'all know I get sidetracked. Okay, this person said in 2.5 months I hit over 30K in sales, y'all. 30K in sales, and I'm telling you, if you double down on your strategy, baby, it's life changing. It could be life changing for you. Okay. It's storming out here, so my connection is going in. Oh, I'm sorry, Shamika. My bad. I ain't gonna be in here too much longer, y'all. And then this person said $900 in 3 weeks. Okay, y'all, real numbers, real results. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about, like we all want to make 30, 40, 50K a month, but like I always say, and I think it's really easy to do, and I can say this now just from like my experience in coaching, like you easily can make 10K a month with Digital Wealth Academy. You really can. Like again, it does require work, it does require strategy, but I'm telling you, if you're consistent at it, and I'm telling you something as simple as posting 3 times a day, every day, getting on live, is spending at least, I would say realistically, 30 minutes to an hour a day of just showing the product every single day and get on there. Like there's no reason why you can't. Like seriously, really more. But I say at minimum, I think 10K is really kind of that easier number because that's just 20 DWAs a month. It's not a lot. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not. And it does consist of having a positive mindset. I will say that. But between that, on top of the course that I'm going to show y'all and all the different modules in here, master classes that they allow us, or that they hook us up with for the most part. If you look at the calendar here, so like every Wednesday, Thursday, we usually have like a workshop or some master class where you can learn how to hit your first, how to start hitting consistent 10K months, how to start hitting 100K months. And Richard, one of the co-creators, he usually leads a lot of them. He gives you his personal strategy. This is an 8-figure earner that you're learning from him, that you can ask questions from him or whoever else is doing it. They're typically all are like 7-8-figure earners, y'all. And that's included when you get Digital Wealth Academy. So just kind of hopping straight into the classroom because this is where all the good stuff is. This is where the training and everything that you need. This is DWA, okay? It's a lot different from when I started. There was only like 20 modules in here. Now there's literally over 45 plus modules where you can learn the skills that you need to take your business to the next level. One thing that I really appreciate about Digital Wealth Academy is the actual modules are all video instruction. Short. Some of them are a little bit longer, but for the most part, really, like as I'm sitting in the car right now waiting on my son, typically what I would be doing as I'm working on my other laptop, I will hook this up to my car and just listen to it, y'all. Like I'm always trying to consume information and learn because I can't remember everything. I don't have the best memory. So I stay in there and I want to stay up on my craft and stay, knowing what I'm talking about. I get a lot of questions, a lot of DMs daily. And sometimes people be throwing me off. I'm like, girl, shit, I don't know. But I'm grateful that I have Digital Wealth Academy where I can kind of hop back in here. And if it's something like, hey girl, as far as like Instagram, I don't know everything about Instagram. Instagram constantly changing, baby. They got some updates apparently coming next week. I'm just like, child, this is why my ass be on YouTube. Okay. But again, really good instructional videos that help you with not just skill level, but mindset, which is so important when it comes to this business or really anything that you're trying to do. Working a 9 to 5 is great, but it's safe. When you're investing in yourself, when you get into entrepreneurship, a lot of it really does come down to mindset. It really does come down to how you're going to push yourself and continue to go when it looks like ain't nothing happening, y'all. A lot of the times, and I can truthfully say this, where I didn't think shit was giving what it needed to give. Like, I just was like, okay, but at the end of the day, I can't think negative. I'm not going to think about giving up, because the moment that I do that, like, negativity is so much easier to, I think, fall in line with, or I don't know, it's just so much easier to do versus just being positive and thinking, okay, this can go right, this can happen for me, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, again, I hate to keep saying that, but the moment that you be like, well, these bitches ain't got no money, or this is just too expensive, or whatever, like, shit won't happen for you. But I'm telling you, this is like, okay, if I just think positive, I know what I'm talking about, this is already working for hundreds, thousands of others. Like, I'm telling y'all, when I got in here, it was 42,000 people. And to see that number go up every single day, I'm like, obviously this shit is working. So as long as I show up confident, show up that I'm going to talk about things that I do know about, that I'm confident in talking about. That's why I'm always saying pick 1, 2, 3 things that you fuck with and just talk about that, because people can feel that energy. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe I do got allergies, because, boy, my nose is itching. But I got dry skin too. I'm sorry. But y'all, they have a digital product crash course in here. Great, really refresher, especially once you go through Digital Wealth Academy. I always tell people, like, don't just go through this just because you're trying to hurry up and position your shit and to get it posted or whatever. Like, really take the time to go in here and learn this information, because it's going to help you. It really is. I think it's all worth going through. Now, there are some modules which I'll show y'all you don't need to go through as a beginner if you're just focusing on just reselling DWA, or even an offer that you have of your own. But this is a great way to kind of keep you going and flowing, have them juices constantly going without going through the whole course again. They have this crash course in here, and that's Richard. He's one of the co-creators inside of Digital Wealth Academy. They go over the foundation, 4 key factors into building your business, legal documents that you need. DWA is affiliate, so it is 85% commission. I know you're probably wondering, like, what's that? What's your take home? For $497 after the affiliate commission, everything like that, with it being 85%, I'll walk away with $422. So really, a really good chunk compared to a lot of other affiliate programs where it's like 10-20%. They talk about how to build curiosity with pre-launch, and this is something that, girl, I had no idea. I'm kind of doing it with my own course, which has gotten me sales and stuff like that. But, like, these are things, again, I didn't have an idea about. Like, I didn't realize, like, you should talk about things, leave breadcrumbs online to create that curiosity to make people want to buy something. Again, sometimes it takes people seeing you 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times before they actually buy and invest, because so many people start these new things, these new ventures, and they don't stick with it. And I think a lot of us know that ourselves, myself included. I'll sit back in the cut and see, okay, let me see how long this person gonna talk about it. And then if it's like, if they on to the next thing by next week, it's like, see, that's why I'm glad I didn't buy this shit. So people have to understand that and always keep that in mind. They show you how to set up your system. So once you do get Digital Wealth Academy, you are going to need a like a setup as far as to sell it, or if you want to sell other products. So Stand Store is a really great option. That is the store that I use. But as a beginner, I ain't gonna lie, girl, I started with Beacons because it was free. It was easier, but girl, I had 3 stores up and running because I didn't know what the hell I was doing when I first started. But hey, Beacons is a great option too. I always tell people in the beginning, start with Beacons. It's a lot, again, with it being free. And then once you start getting that money, start rolling in like that, then maybe switch over to Stand Store. But Stand Store is definitely the wave. Okay, I'm always gonna say that every single time. What'd you say, Carmen? Are you able to help me with a strategy? Send me a message, Carmen. Now, as far as, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all see how, like, my percentages, again, this is what I was talking about earlier. Like, with Digital Wealth Academy, you can kind of jump around, get what you need and leave what you don't. So as you see, like, this one's 33%, this one's 100%. Email marketing, again, another really good system strategy that you need in your business. I don't care if you're selling clothes, if you motherfucking I don't know, if you sell ebooks on how to grow a garden, it doesn't matter. Like, you need an email list, point blank, period. Okay. Social media is great, it's wonderful, but just in case we get hacked, just in case it shuts down, whatever. Having an email list is so important, and that's a great way that you can stay in contact with your, potential customers, clients, or whatever like that. Also, maybe you have a podcast or something like that. Sometimes if you when you have like YouTube or even on Apple Podcast, maybe they don't be sending on notifications. You know what I'm saying? So by you having people's emails and stuff like that, you can always send them an email. You can send out a broadcast email to all of your followers or whatever like that. And I love that and I appreciate that. I tell people all the time, every time I do, which this is why I be self-sabotaging my own self sometimes. Typically, whenever I send out a broadcast email, which I don't do it often because I have this thing in my head where like I don't want to be annoying, but it really does help. I always make like, I'm talking about, you talking about some fast money, baby. Let me send it. Look, I should, matter of fact, when I get off of here, I'm gonna send out a broadcast email letting people know DWA can get $50 off. But y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I'm terrible at it. But the moments that I have done it, like I was saying, the last sale that we had, literally I made $1,500 like in 5 minutes. I sent out an email and literally within 5 minutes I had made that much money. So email marketing is so important to learn. I'm so grateful that they have that in here. Very detailed information, as you can see, how to write a daily email broadcast, how to look. All I'm saying is when you get into email marketing, just don't be one of them annoying people. Don't send me no goddamn email every day, because that's the shit I don't like. Okay, like that's why I be having my that's why I be having my own little thoughts when it comes to that. But it really is helpful. That's one thing that you'll learn inside of here. Let me show y'all some other things. But y'all, really, really good information. They have the ultimate branding guide, so you can learn how to create a powerful brand, y'all. Like it's so many things when it comes to your business, your brand online. Please don't be online, y'all, posting for no reason. You online. I be trying to tell people, like, girl, you online posting a Facebook status every day when you could be doing that on Threads, talking about a digital product and making money. I ain't got time to be out here just talking just to be talking, baby. I'm trying to get bread too, but I also want to be helpful. You know what I mean? I'm big on having integrity, and I ain't trying to tell nobody no bullshit, which is why y'all always hear me talk about Digital Wealth Academy and Digital Wealth Academy, usually only. They have attraction marketing, how to sell in your stories, how to sell in your DMs. If you want to get into faceless marketing, they do have this really good module. It's detailed, so many pillars within it, like how to get into it, understanding it. Again, when I started, I did start off faceless, and this module, it has been updated since then, but it is really helpful because I will say this, you definitely have to work a little bit harder to build your trust. I think maybe I don't want to wish this on myself, but child, my eyes is itching. But they do go over everything on here. So if you want to do faceless, all I say is just use your own content faceless, put some text over your face, turn down the lighting, make a shadow on you, but don't be using everybody's content. I always say that, I will always say that. Okay, think outside the box. They have men's in digital marketing, so if you're a guy, they do have a particular module just for you, so you don't feel left out, y'all. And I never show this as much, but Richard does go because, like, I mean, not that there's a different strategy for men, but there is. I guess women, we're sentimental, we're emotional. So, he talks about how to tell your story as a guy and everything like that. Yeah, like it's any that. Is it really that much different? I haven't went in there, so I would know. But just saying, if that's something that you're interested, I know guys do be asking, and I have had a few guys that have bought DWA off of me, and they are selling it successfully, not having any issues as well. How to navigate Instagram, y'all, and again, let me show this module because it's really helpful. If you just want to learn how to grow on Instagram alone, DWA is this, because this module is going to show you how to do that. And as Instagram changes and has updates, they update it, and this is not something that you have to worry about paying to upgrade. Once you're inside DWA, girl, you inside. Okay. Ain't no upselling, ain't no pay $50 to unlock this feature. Like, you're in it and you have lifetime access to this program. Do you have to resell it? No. If you want to, you can. I'm sorry, y'all. Chill, maybe it's the heat. Okay, Indiana, they want to get hot. But y'all, they got everything: reels, content create. Girl, you see everything they got to hear: content, CapCut editing, photography, videography, baby, everything you need in one stop shop. That's why I say fuck an ebook, fuck a guide, baby. Just get DWA. That's all you need. Now there are some PLR ebooks in here that you can sell, make them your own. So like maybe you've been wanting to sell a ebook, but you're like, hey, I don't really know how to structure it. I tell people, like, again, they have them in here for you to use. There's only like 7, but take that foundation and look at how it's structured. If these were ebooks that are selling, that are already working, make it your own. It's not about like the lazy girl route or the lazy person route. Is yes, you can just resell DWA. I ain't gonna lie, that's all I do. I don't even focus on selling ebooks or guides anymore, y'all. Like, I mean, you definitely can. I've made a lot of money from like lower ticket items, but at the end of the day, like I said, most people want to acquire all of these skills, and if they I haven't met a person that really doesn't. Most people, the average person wants to at least grow on social media, right? Some people want to at least learn about email marketing. Some people want to at least learn about photography, videography. So it's worth it. They talk about Canva in here. Maybe you want to learn a little bit more about Canva. Take the skills in here and make them your own. So if you are somebody that like, hey, I'm not getting any sales trying to resell this program, take the information, put a little remix on it, put your sauce on it, and make it your own. I'm not saying like literally take this module and like literally like I don't know screen record it and sell it. I think people be confuse me when I be saying it. I'm saying like go through it, which again it does consist of you going through the information, but taking it and how you perceived it, how you understand it. Then now you turn it into something, whether that be a YouTube video that you have unlisted on your page and you sell it to people for $5, $17, $25, or whatever. But this information can help people. Obviously, if it was good enough to put in a course to sell for $500, each one of these things individually is worth something. So I tell people, if you ain't getting no sales that way, baby, do it like that. I mean, I'm just keeping it straight up because y'all, at the end of the day, everybody and their mama doing this. The strategy is not changing. I don't know how many times I can say that over and over and over. Like, I mean, just like, for example, me creating my own program, NPM, a lot of the information that I'm putting in there, y'all, it's in Digital Wealth Academy. But at the same time, I'm putting in how I understand it, how I perceived it, how I was able to help other people and be able to coach and mentor and help people start making their first 10K month, their first couple of, for people that I've helped that got their first sale or whatever, But at the end of the day, the strategy of growing on Instagram, everybody's saying that. Like, that's not going to change. And that's the part where I just wish people would, like, it would click, because they get so hell-bent on, like, well, I have to do it exactly how Richard says. And if I don't do it this way, it's not going to work. And it's like, no, it's about taking it. It's just like when we go to school, baby, the way, y'all see how these kids be learning how to do math? I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, essentially it's the same thing, but it's not the same thing. This is how you're deciding that you're going to teach it. This is how I'm deciding I'm going to teach it. So it's the same information. So again, it's not about getting this program and following exactly what somebody, it may not work for you. I have some people that I work with, y'all, I'm serious, where they showed up, post 3 times a day, every single day. And I'm like, okay, we're going to stick with this. We're going to try. I always say, do something 30 days so you can have at least 30 days worth of analytics to study and kind of, understand your audience or whatever. But for some people, it just didn't work. The moment that I was like, all right, well, we just going to make your strategy just going live. When I tell you they sales started coming, like, they was like, shit, bitch, I should have been doing this. So again, for everybody, it's different. For some people, like I said, y'all, when I was posting consistently 3 times a day, I definitely, got is about as many sales as I did now. But I'm like, well, if I ain't got to do that and just show up on live once a day, make a video here or there. So again, everybody's strategy is different. But as far as the information, and again, I can't speak for other courses that I don't have, but like all I can say is with Digital Wealth Academy, there's so many different routes and ways that you can take. And if you actually go through it, you would know this, because the first module, they show you like, hey, depending on which path you want to take, you kind of follow along that strategy, if that makes sense. Y'all, lastly, I'm just going to show some of the newer things that just popped up in here. I always got to go over UGC, because UGC is another great side hustle if you want to get PRs from different brands, if you want to get free product from brands, if you want to, create content for brands and make money, you definitely can. UGC is a great way. This module, again, alone is worth DWA. Like, this should be worth $500 alone. Like, seriously, because all of the detail in here is setting you up, and this is a whole separate business that you can start with no following. That's the really cool thing about UGC that people don't realize. And girlfriend does her thing. Do y'all see all this? I'm still fucking scrolling. That's just pillars upon pillars. But she goes over how to set up your portfolio, how to find brands, what to pitch to brands, all this information that you need, girl. I'm not going to go through all of it. Every time I'm on live, I usually do. But everything that you need. So for my people that want to just learn how to create content for brands, maybe get free shit for your kids. That's why I started with it. And then I kind of fell into just, starting when I was like, oh shit, you can get paid for this, because it's a lot. I'm not going to lie. With UGC, you are literally the producer, the editor, the director, baby, everybody. Okay. The stylist. And it'd be a lot for a little bit of money sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But if you get into it and stay into it heavy, like I said, as I started to kind of like, get into digital marketing more heavy, that's when I started making more money. Like I said, the last big brand that I had did, I had got on a $3,000 retainer, and it was for 6 months. So I mean, you can make some money in it, but it's just you gotta again with anything you have to build yourself up, be consistent, and show up with it. They do go over how to create your own course, how to learn about high ticket sales, drop shipping, chat GPT. They have a health and wellness module in here where they have leg day, upper day, full body day. So if you just kind of need a little pick me up to get you together, this is something that you can easily follow. Again, short, congestible videos. They talk about nutrition and energy for focus. Like y'all, it is a lifestyle change when it comes to trying to make more money and change your life. If you are doing the same shit you was doing last year, but you're hoping and praying that something's gonna happen, you gotta change your routine. You gotta change how you think. If you get up every day at 9 o'clock, you're like, I just don't understand why I can't get shit done. Bitch, start getting up at 5. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to change how you are if you want different results straight up. They have print on demand. What else? How to blend 2 different businesses, selling on Facebook. This is a really good. I feel like this is kind of slept on because Facebook is that girl. Like it really is. Like wait. I just don't be fully committed, but you can make a lot of money on Facebook, Threads as well too. I can't wait for them to do more of a Threads module. But again, y'all, everything that you need. And lastly, I really don't show this as much because I ain't gonna lie, it ain't nothing really life changing. It's not. But they do have these PLRs in here. This is the one thing I wish DWA, I ain't gonna lie, would step their game up a little bit. And this is why I do always talk about DBA as well. Hey, Tequila, on my bad, girl. I didn't even see you. I'm so sorry. I hope your vacation is going well, sis. But they do have these like different guides and stuff like that that you can use. You can sell these completely outside of Digital Wealth Academy. Again, you can go in here, customize them, make them your own, but use it as a foundation for maybe if you want to create your own ebook. Y'all, we have Chat GPT, there's Blaze, there's all these different apps that you can utilize to put your voice on it. Again, everything that I do, I ain't gonna lie, I use Chat GPT for it, but I always put my own sauce and make it me. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the biggest thing. If y'all don't learn nothing else from me, learn that. Okay, learn that taking what you have, but how can I beef this up to turn it into something? That's all it is. That really is all it is. But y'all, I think that's pretty much everything. I need to but like I said, it comes in multiple languages. Y'all, really good information in here. It changed my life. They have Pinterest in here. I still have yet to go in here yet. Girl, one day I'll make it in here, but I'm worried about my own shit. Lastly, on top of Digital Wealth Academy being on sale today and you get $50 off, one thing that I am doing for my mamas and my mamas only, okay? Y'all, stop asking me if you're not a mom. It's the MomPreneur Method. It is the MomPreneur Method. If y'all did not know, I am launching my own program. It's called the MomPreneur Method. It's coming out Mother's Day. What I'm doing now is I'm doing a soft launch where I'm allowing moms to go ahead and come in now. And I've been releasing a little bit at a time. I'm working on like trying to perfect this as much as I possibly can. I know it's not gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be damn near close to it, okay? But I'm just so excited because again, y'all, being passionate about Digital Wealth Academy and everything like that. It's one thing about just putting that sauce and that culture on it. You know what I mean? So this is my program. We got 23 members in here. Well, 22 outside of myself. And I'm so excited. Like I have wanted to work in a space of just helping moms in general. Has always been near to my heart. Crazy thing about it is, fun fact, I didn't want to be a mama. Ain't that crazy? And now this is just like my brand. This is who I am. That's why you got to really have an open mind to what God has for you. Because baby, what? I didn't want to be nobody mama. I was cool with being super auntie, but hey, this is who I am. But yeah, so this comes out Mother's Day. Again, I'm so excited. When it launches, it's going to be 20 plus modules. And I just want to give y'all just kind of a quick overview of everything that's in here. I again, kind of similar setup to Digital Wealth Academy, but I wanted to create something that really could speak to moms and help moms. It's so important to, really be consistent and stay consistent. But as a mom, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of hard. Time management, not feeling guilty, experiencing mom guilt when you're trying to work on your business and you're trying to uplift yourself and take yourself, your family to the next level. So I really wanted to create something that made sense, that was easy to follow, that, again, moms could listen to this on the go, because that's how I learned Digital Wealth Academy, for example. I can't sit at a screen and stare at that motherfucker all day. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to do that. So I wanted to make sure that I consider that, because, people learn differently. Like, yeah, you can, definitely sit at a screen and, take notes and stuff like that. But if I can be cleaning and cooking and listening and acquiring the information, but it's easy to digest, boom, right? So that's what I wanted to do. So I have a mindset for moms, how to learn how to utilize ChatGPT, like for real, y'all, not just surface level ChatGPT, really take it to the next level. I go over how to sell, how to brand, how to market, how to launch MPM particularly. I feel like this is what a lot of people don't do. They don't give you that exact motherfucker strategy that you can follow. What does my day-to-day need to look like in order to launch this program successfully so I can create this passive income for myself. So I have my strategy in there. I go over productivity. Y'all know me, I'm always saying everything is content, but learning how to do things a certain way. Don't be filming no bullshit, okay? So I talk about that in there. I have editing, the foundation for a mom. And one thing I want to say this too, although this is called the Mompreneur Method, this is teaching you how to sell, brand, market, really anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying this because I typically say mama a lot and I'm speaking to the moms. But if you're a mom and your niche isn't to help other moms, maybe it's just helping 9-to-5ers, you're going to be able to use this strategy as well. I want to put that out there, okay? I go over email marketing, Instagram, YouTube, Canva, how to create your own digital product course. I'm working on a mentorship module, but I don't know if I'm gonna add it in the first launch of MPM. So we'll see. We'll see. I go over digital marketing basics and really just understanding that people hear that term and they get so like, I don't know if I can do this. Maybe it's not the deep. Okay, digital marketing. Everybody do digital marketing. Don't even realize they be doing it. How to protect your business. I go over FTC claims and things like that. How to automate your business, live streaming, like that is a topic in its own, and we're gonna talk about it, okay? And I give you scripts and everything that you can use. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, making money online is not hard. And so again, I really wanted to create a space just for us, in an ecosystem just for us. There's so much more that I'm gonna be adding to it. I'm launching a podcast along with the girl. Baby, when I tell you it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. It's going down, it's going down, it's going down. Okay. Let me stop sharing my screen, y'all. I don't want y'all to think I'll be like, girl, I don't want y'all to think I'll be doing drugs or nothing. It's just, I don't know what's going on. And what's already in the program is made. Thank you, Tori. See you did your big one. Thank you so much, y'all. I really do appreciate it. I do, y'all. And like, I just want to, I feel like this, and this is no shade, no disrespect to anybody, because one thing about it is I'm always gonna give people their flyers. I shout out to DWA, Rachel, shout out to DBA Brooklyn, especially Brooklyn, because when I seen a Black woman create something that really, gave people the opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, like have access to this information, y'all. One thing about it, and one thing that I've learned now that I've like attended different master classes and different, like, people's mentorship is like, and I struggle with this too. I feel like, and I'm still working on, I'm still kind of like, working my way up to it. But like, people be really want to tax and charge motherfuckers out the ass for some skills. And it's like, why can't this information be available to people? You know what I'm saying? And why can't you, like, I've always been like, I'm telling y'all from since I was in school, like, baby, when I say my notes, if you know anybody that went to school with me, people will always tell you I've always had good ass notes, because it's just like, I'm not gonna gatekeep. I'm not gonna try to hold nothing, or I'm gonna tell you just a little bit. I ain't gonna tell you all of it. Like, no, baby, here you go. Because again, and this is just straight up, why do I need to hold back information from anybody? Why do I need to gatekeep for anybody when 99% of the motherfuckers ain't gonna do it anyway? You can give people everything handed on a platter, but they still won't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's all comes down to discipline. So again, I really wanted to create something that was like, it's no brainer. You're gonna get it, like, you're gonna be able to sell this. And as much as I love Digital Wealth Academy, and I can honestly say that, and this is just me being truthful, I feel like the reason why so many people are able to sell it, but then so many people aren't able to sell it, is because it's somewhat complex. As far as like, DWA is for everybody, right? It's for everybody. Anybody can join, young, old, mama, daddy, sister, brother, uncle, cousin, it don't matter. But I wanted to create something where, like, I mean, the title is in itself. There's millions of moms all over the world. Moms need support, moms need community, and they want to learn these skills, and they want to learn them where it doesn't feel like, because I feel like, for example, in a lot of these courses, the terminology, the way certain things are explained, it makes people feel like they less than. It makes people feel like, well, I'm not at that level yet, when in reality, baby, you are. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where a lot of people struggle. And from mentoring and coaching, I picked up on that. So I was like, baby, let me create something where it's like, baby, it's not that deep. And that's how I explain things. And I've noticed that works. So that's why I'm so passionate about it. I mean, I will always sell Digital Wealth Academy. Them probably gonna be the only two things that y'all see on my stand store. But I really wanted to create something that I know that's gonna go crazy. That's gonna go crazy for your moms. And it's something that I haven't seen. And I mean, baby, I've been scoping the scene for a while. I'm like, let me see. Okay, let me, you know what I'm saying? Because that was the thing as coaching and mentoring. Like, baby, I be buying a whole bunch of people. I'm like, y'all, I can't buy shit else. I don't want y'all to think I'm being funny, but I can't buy nobody else's product, okay? And when I first started out and I was mentoring, I was coaching everybody, baby, I buy this person's product, but I ain't using none of this. I can't buy nothing else, y'all, okay? I don't want nobody thinking I'm being funny. I really don't. It's not that I want you. I be trying to, like, girl, I'm gonna get your product, I can't buy nothing else, okay? But no, but seriously, after like just sitting back on the scene, I'm like, Ain't nobody doing this. Ain't nobody explain. Y'all, it's funny. Half of these modules that I film, every time I think about it, I'm laughing because I'm filming them in my closet. But they the truth. They the truth. One thing is I don't want moms especially to feel like, girl, you can't do this or you have to be at this certain point. I don't care if you a complete beginner, ain't been on the computer. Yeah, I have helped moms and women that have never used a computer, ain't never used like every time I think about that, I'm like, man, this is how I motherfucking know that this shit is gonna work and it's gonna go crazy for y'all. And I can't wait for y'all to be so successful with this. Speaking of MPM, let me just say this now because I ain't playing with y'all. Now I told y'all I was doing a soft launch, I was being nice, but Sierra can't be nice forever. So this is the last week that I'm gonna allow uh it to be for $77 to get in. So if you want to get in, baby, you better get in. If you in my mom's method program and you ain't made a move yet, I'm just letting you know that shit's still wrapping up August, if not sooner. Depending on how everything goes with this. But y'all, I'm telling y'all, like this is gonna be a life changing experience. And there's so much more behind the scenes that I have going on and just the doors that this is open when I'm like, I haven't even launched it yet. And I'm having like I'm telling y'all, people be watching. Is that what he was saying on what is that? What Chris Rock? I'm sorry, y'all had a random thought. Is that what Chris Rock was saying on Nutty Professor when he was like, "People be watching, people be watching"? I can't remember. Is that what he was saying? I don't know. That was random as hell. But y'all, people be watching, and I've had like gurus that are like, "Hey, sis, I want to contribute." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I thought you wasn't fucking with me," but that's another story. Another story. But y'all, I'm so excited. So again, after probably, I'm gonna give it to Sunday. After Sunday, yeah, the price is going up to 177. Because I ain't gonna lie, y'all, this is gonna be a licensed program that I'm giving y'all rights to or whatever like that. Like it's kind of similar to master resale rights, but I have to protect myself legally because all this bullshit that all these different courses, and that was another thing. Like, baby, it's Leo in me. I gotta be different. I didn't want to go master resale rights and I didn't want to do affiliate because one, I just didn't feel like I didn't feel right taking money off of nobody right now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it might come down later on the line, but as of right now, I just like no, I want moms to feel like they have full control of their business. It's their profit. When it launches, it is going to be $277. But honestly, this is something that I see realistically selling for $777, like straight up, because the information that you're getting, the way it's explained to you, like it literally is going to be like unless you just don't show up for your business, there's really going to be no way for you not to be able to sell this. And I really was big on that. And as I continue to kind of go back in and correct things and fix things and make things better, I'd be like, man, damn, Sierra, you really, you gotta kind of gotta give yourself a pat on the back, bitch, just a little bit, because like that's the thing. Like I don't want nothing to be a challenge for. Like I don't know. That's a whole other story in the story. But yeah, y'all. So I'm saying this and I'm saying it now. After this week, it's going up to 177. Just letting you know, girl. So if you want to get in, I highly suggest you get in now. If you get Digital Wealth Academy, again, you can get DWA for $50 off. Make sure you use code DWA50 at checkout. That's the only way you're going to get it. It's good till about 3 p.m. Probably, I think it's California time today. Or is it Eastern Standard Time? Girl, you just better go in there and get it, okay? But if you get DWA, I will let you in MPM absolutely free. Again, this is going to be a resale program that you can sell another digital product that you're going to be able to sell. It's going to be game changer, okay? And I know you're gonna be able to sell this shit successfully. I already know. Like I'm telling y'all, it's gonna go crazy. Because one thing about moms, one thing about us, baby, we need a community. We need support. And again, the way that I'm talking in there, like I really was like, y'all, and I'm telling you, I gotta give people. It be y'all. It be y'all that make me feel that way. Because I hate my speaking voice. Let's just say that. But baby, I'm gonna show up confidently every motherfucking time, even though I don't like how I talk. But no, I just over this short period of time, because really a year is not that long. To hear so many people say that they appreciate that, like you just keep it all the way 100, and I don't make people feel, because again, like I ain't nobody better than nobody, baby. I don't give a fuck how much money you got, what you done did, what life you done lived, whatever. Like you're not better than me. You know what I'm saying? People need to realize that, and I hate that so many people make people feel like, well, you're not at this level, you're at this level. Like, bitch, what? Like, what? So again, I'm so excited for y'all to check it out. And I just wanted people to feel like they talking to their homegirl, but they homegirl teaching them skills so they can make some money. Straight up. Okay. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. I have so much that I have to do. I'm just excited. More modules for my people that are in my ladies that are in MPM. Girl, I'm releasing more stuff today. I want to try to have branded mama market and one more. probably done by the end of either today or tomorrow. I want to, like, ain't done, y'all, but I'm just, it's just so much more that I got to add it there, okay? I'm just like, it's not enough. And then I'm working on the PLRs and stuff like that. So, girl, if I disappear, just know. Y'all didn't even get to go on my vacation. Shitty about that. Because, honey, when I say $12,000 that I ain't going to get back, I still don't know how to feel about that. But all right, y'all, if y'all don't have any questions, as always, I will link everything down below. Girl, get DWA before that price go up. They don't be having these sales often. The only reason why they doing it is because it's Rachel's birthday. We probably won't have another sale officially, probably until Black Friday. So don't say I didn't tell you, okay? But if y'all have any questions, shoot me a message, shoot me a DM. I'm always here. I always do Q&As on Fridays to answer questions, whatever y'all need, okay? I'm gonna help you. Why my head look like that? What's this? I need to do my edges. But okay, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, answering questions, chopping it up with me, supporting me, loving me. I love y'all too. Okay. But again, if y'all need anything, just hit me up. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. God loves you, and so do I. I had to leave y'all with something motivational. Okay. Have a wonderful week, for real. Get this money. Stop playing. Bye.